camera. How's about some action? I need a drink though. I don't think the lights are gonna be able to stay. I gotta cover it up because Tucker just lifted his head. So I'll go like this. I'll cover it. How's that? Is that better, Tuck? I apologize. He said, yes, Mom. That's better, Mom. It's freaking me out, Mom. You don't want to give me no stroke or nothing, Mom. No seizure. Isn't it cute? Aren't they all cute? To love things is the greatest gift, you know? You know how long it took me to love things? Learn how to love things? I guess I'm still learning. It's not easy. It's painful. You know, when you got attachment to things and you love things. But the way I believe in energy, I mean, energy never dies, so they never leave us. It's just they're tangibles, you know? Turnover's high right now. A lot of people are leaving planet Earth. Which I think is the ultimate sacrifice. I thank them for their service because when people go back to source, it just makes love grow. Love, truth, it grows. Because you go back to where you came from. All the truth, all the love. It's where source lives. Good orderly direction. So you take your last breath, you go back to source. So for all those that are transitioning and leaving planet Earth, I thank you for your service, and I'm sorry for my condolences for the losses of those, for people that are going to miss their tangibles. I got tangibles I miss, and they're not even dead. You know, because of my path. What do they call those? We've been watching, hi Beanie. We've been watching, Young Sheldon. Those particles that travel alone in life. The lone wolf. We always been one of those, huh, Ma? Or two of those. We got our own little pack, me and Mom, but we got so much love, we always had animals. We always had things to take care of. It's hard to take things when life gets stressful, and it's getting stressed for a whole lot of people. There's a couple of people I want to acknowledge that have left this earthly plane. And the lady in Arizona, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. But she worked for Wells Fargo in one of those cubicles, and I used to live in cubicle land. I used to work there. And let's find out what her name is.
That would be mine.
Let's see, because Wells. This came across my radar a couple days ago, and I think I did 2 talks and I meant to mention it, and I didn't. At a corporate office in Arizona, on Friday morning. See, we're all alone in this world. People just haven't gotten to the point where they are. They're just, you know... But everybody, this is Tempe, Arizona. That's where my barber's from. Denise Prudhomme. I wonder what those numbers are in the gematria. I don't know. It's probably some ritual, you know, whatever. The whole world's just freaking bull crap. But this is the biggest crap. See, people don't value life. She's 60 years old. She scanned in at 7 a.m. August 16th. No further scans from her in or out of the building. And then they found her 4 days later on the 20th at her cubicle. Dead. What is with the synonyms with what's with unalive? Why are people saying that shit? I mean, really? As an IT professional, I find people's faith in technology very, 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 very amusing. Like, you think freaking programmers are that ambitious, huh? Freaking Mountain Dew swizzling, freaking greasy, freaking, yeah. Yeah, no. It's freaking funny. Anyway, so, before I start my talk, oh, here's good news. I got that cat tree. I got this little smaller cat tree. Anyway, so to that lady, no, I want to finish my sentiments on that Denise gal that lost her life, you know. And how many of us, I think about that, like, I don't see I got neighbors that are pretty close to me, and I don't ever see this one, like, ever. I hear his car when he comes and goes. I don't ever, like, see him. You know, he's NPCs for all I know. I don't know. And these neighbors, like, I talk to every now and again, but I think, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't ever see him, right? And it's just me and Mom. And if, like, something happened to me, ain't nobody gonna think, like I, you know, like if I, you know, the anthrax done me in or whatever. That's all of us, you know, because Mom ain't gonna, she'll just sit in the chair and look at the TV because that's what she does. Even if it's not off, like, I'll come home and that's her, you know, and the dogs are around her, you know, but nobody's, you know, and there's so many of us out here that's the sad state of the world, is that people don't care about other human beings, or demons don't care about other human beings, and people, see, everybody is the narcissist. I'm the narcissist and the empath. Every day I fight ego, easing God out. I'm just gonna go live my best life. I'm just gonna, hey Mom, take care, I'll be back. I'm gonna go down to Santa Fe. You know, there's a sandwich in the fridge. She won't remember to eat it, that there's a sandwich in the fridge, but that's cool because I'm living my life, you know. That's not what we're supposed to take. There's so many people that just can't take care of, they don't have the capacity to take care of themselves. There's this one dude came up on my FYP like last night. He's 23. His mom died like a year ago. He works at Dollar General or some shit, makes $13 an hour, and takes care of his brother who's autistic. See, this is what I was telling the lady that owns the gourmet store. I said, this is how the meek is going to inherit the earth. Because everybody is oversensitive for one reason or another. Yeah, you still have this small percentage of the population of the people that are like, might is right, let's blow shit up, because if I don't blow shit up, I'm not a man, and if I don't blow shit up, my man parts don't work, because the only way my man parts can work is if I'm aggressive and violent, because, you know, if that wasn't a thing, there wouldn't be all this essays and SE and all this disgusting stuff. I wouldn't have my history. I was talking to my fairy princess this morning, and I was like, dude, it's like, who isn't a fucking like pervert and they don't understand that all that sexual energy, it's chi, it's life force chi energy, and an unbalanced chakra in your nethers. So if you take the time and do the work and sort your own shit out, you won't have that desires to put your compulsions on other people. But people are fucking lazy and they don't want to do the work. People do not want to do the work. And you have all these grandiose bureaucrats that have all these really wonderful ideas because they're freaking cognitive dissonance as at an unprecedented level, because everybody can feel that big shit is on the horizon. I'm talking catastrophic, pole flip it, because perception is reality. And if it doesn't happen on an earthly level, be sure it's going to be disruptive in a lot of people's lives. And don't be, rest assured, I'm so ready. I'm ready for a lot of people to get terribly, terribly embarrassed for their transgressions, their past transgressions that they never were held accountable for. So welcome to the age of accountability. And on that note, I'm going to transition and talk about what I was going to talk about yesterday, but I got all caught up in other things and different frequencies. See, when I was in the Air Force, what I did, I knew I was going to have to take care, me and Mom were going to be lifelong roommates. I knew that when I was 15, when I listened to the police report on the account, and because mom had a stroke, but there's this instance that the dude that did, yeah, that, like, I found out this guy was he was demonic. I'm a 15-year-old girl, and this man would talk about how he would stand over my bed with a fork, thinking about just taking the opportunity to gouge my eyes out. See, the world has always been like this. A lot of people have had the dubious luxury or privilege, call it whatever the fuck you want, to live in a fucking bubble, and now that bubble's gonna pop, and it's gonna sludge of the fucking grossness of America. My new thing is, I go in, and because everywhere I see like bullshit, American bullshit, my tagline is, I am sorry for my service. The service that I'm about to talk about. See, because to get into certain positions, you gotta either have like the right, it's all about the blood, right? You get the good jobs if you got the good juice, right? So I was stationed at a place called Offutt Air Force Base. If people recall, back in 9/11, 2001, that's where G.W. Baby Bitch Bush flew in that day to get on the E-4 plane, the Doomsday plane. That's where it's stationed. And as he taxied by, radio silence, no in and outdoor protocols. You don't go in and out the door when the president's it's just all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Dude's a fucking cokehead, so let's pay homage to him, right? So homeboy's going by. I'm by the load bank door. I stick my arm out the door and give him the bird. And I'm like, maybe by the grace of God, I would love it if that dude just happened to look out the window and saw somebody freaking sticking their arm out and see them flipping him off. Because it was me. I did that. I had some guy in New Mexico, oh, you did that to the President of the United States? I'm like, I did that to a kid hunter. A cokehead. A fraud. A murderer. Killer. Scumbag. That's who I did that to. Anyway, I'm going to read what my job detail was, because I say age ranger, and people are just like, oh, what? Oh, all they can picture is fucking Tom Cruise in a little fly suit. I can't stand flyboys, man. That's the only thing that they can do. Talk about pompous asses. The only thing you can do is fly a plane and kill people in places we have no business in. And then you're the fucking hero and you come home and they have parades for you. What a little bitch tactic. But hand on hand, I could take them. It's the coward's way, man. It's my native in me. I'm pretty anti-colonist and all that shit. I come in peace. How people treat me determines on how I leave. So this is by Master Sergeant Aaron Hardy. This is about the 55th MXS age flight. This was in the base paper. AgeRanger.com. People want to read it themselves. Because Mom never knew what I did, too, so I thought Mom would like to hear it. How's that? Should we show them pictures, Mom? Should we show them pictures? Since people are so big on qualifying and what their qualifications are and all that. I'm 50. This is 20 years ago. Not bad. Probably in better shape, actually. Anybody out in the flight? Hey, H-Flight, how you doing fitness-wise, you beer-swigging freaking airbags? They're not airmen, they're airbags. Lack of accountability, fucking cheating. That's the military for you. Let's have parades about that shit. See, that's why people hate me, because I'm a truth teller. And then they act like scumbags, and then I tell accounts of which I've witnessed, and I'm the scumbag. It doesn't make sense to me. So, anyway, this is the job that I got so I could go to school to take care of Mom. Because I knew I'd have to go to college, and that was the program that my brother gave me, because my parents were too busy doing other things. And he was like an Alex P. Keaton on frickin' Family Ties. And he's still, he's in the Army Guard, the poser branch. And he's still in it from 1989. You know? But see, the military, they get paid to say, leave no man behind, and they leave people behind all the time. This country does. And the table, it's about to flip. Things are about to flip. Anyway. Certainly, at some time, you've looked up and witnessed an aircraft taking off or landing, or tuned your attention toward the flight line and seen a lone towing vehicle picking up and delivering equipment to an aircraft. If the answer is yes, then you may have seen one of the unsung heroes behind the mission, the aerospace ground equipment age technician. Isn't it funny that we're stepping into a new age? And I'm literally a motherfucking age technician, y'all. What is the main purpose of the H flight, one might ask? Well, it's to provide immediate and responsive flight life support to aircraft operations at home and abroad. We also had to fucking do all the other bullshit around the base, like bring lidals and all that stuff. Then you gotta refuel this stuff. You gotta make, we're the bitch. We're support. We were the little bitch. The H technician is one of the most diversified trained mechanics in the Air Force. All mechanics must say proficient in a variety of systems, from hydraulics, pneumatics, and air conditioning systems to diesel and turbine power generators. Why, yes, I am trained in all of these things. Plus, I went to college for business information systems, and I went the support route. So I'm all about fucking support is who I am. It's so fucking funny, man. It's so funny. I just listen to people, what their ideas, and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking fun. That's brilliant. Thanks for the content. I'm going to go talk about how stupid that is on my YouTube chat. A fully qualified mechanic is able to troubleshoot, tear down, and then rebuild any system from the simplest to the most complex at any time, anywhere in the world. With the Air Force's high ops tempo, it isn't uncommon to find H technicians and their equipment throughout the world. H personnel are content. That's what got me to the island of Crete for Operation Iraqi bullcrap. Suda Bay. H personnel continuously support Northern and Southern Watch. I got to go to Fairbanks, Alaska 2 times because of Northern Watch. To freaking oil a bunch of equipment that hadn't been run more than 4, maybe like 12 hours in the whole entire year. It's the reason. It's misappropriation of funds, and it's over because I'm just blah 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 blah. And whenever I put stuff out there, it seems like people pick up on it because I start seeing stuff about it in my FYP. So I'm just gonna contribute my own sorts of truth. H personnel continuously supports Operation Northern and Southern Watch, Green Flag, Red Flag, and the Weapons Training School. Upon arrival back to the home station, there is hardly any time to regroup before the H technician is off again to some other exotic location like Japan, Singapore, Hawaii, or Europe, because when you got the big guns, you get all the best property. The H flight, located in building 517, has 57 technicians to maintain 478 pieces of equipment. And this is old because we used to have a lot more. They downsized a lot because they put more money into buildings and their pay scales, and then maintenance always takes the hit. 478 pieces of equipment is divided into the 4 diverse work sections. Each handles a magnitude of distinctive functions, from pickup and delivery, inspection and maintenance. I spent a year in the truck. To scheduled and tracking and all other equipment forms and training inbound 3 levels. 2 of the sections are combat age teams, or CATs. Actually, many flights are responsible for every aspect of the age career field. They're structured to pick up and go mobilization. And I assure you, on the day of 9/11, we will furl mobilization on that day. It wasn't put off for a couple years. The remaining two sections are just as crucial as as successful as the flight training selection, and directly responsible for the upgrade training of all newly assigned 3 levels. And production support is the hub for all parts requests. Every operation, regardless of its mission, has a focal point. The central pulse is production support. The last year a year and a half roughly, I spent in production support. Or PC is commonly referred to. This is why I'm always talking about freaking supply chain, because it is ingrained in me. It is the heartbeat of our total operation. The facet of the flight's operation is coordinated through this office. PC performs the scheduling of over 1,400 annual and special inspections, maintains equipment, historical files, tracks, and every time compliance technical order. I was the TODO, Technical Compliance Technical Order Officer. Technical Order Distribution Officer, the last order, to take care of our time compliance technical order, because that's what the military is about, putting words on papers and saying, if you don't do this, you're going to get it. And manages the flight technical orders, fuel accounts. This is what I did the last year I was at. Manages the flight's technical orders, fuel accounts, and hazardous waste programs. The fuel account, they're like, shut up, Marge, because I would follow, because people would just pencil whip stuff. And I found that there was an actual fuel line that runs from Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha, Nebraska, that goes directly for like a group of 3 trucks, mind you, for one little group, right? There's this one pump that goes all the way to fucking Texas, because I had to track down the MSDN for it. It's all fucking bullshit, dude. I couldn't stand it. That's why I couldn't wait to get out after 6 years. I just did it to go to college, but my karma has come back to me because I'm paying the price. Many of the flight's hazardous waste program, I took care of all the hazardous waste program too. Many of the flight's hazardous waste program processes developed by the PC staff have been recognized as being the sum of the best practices in the wing. We just keep shit clean is all, and everybody else is dirty fucking pigs. Additionally, overseas, a bench stock containing over 500 different flight line items to support our mission. I built 2 toolboxes that go overseas. The flight's numerous, meaning like I cut out all the foam and cut every piece for every tool and etched at every amount and put them all in the inventory and stuff like that. The flight's numerous missions are varied as providing equipment for civil engineers to direct support aircraft. The first CAT is directly responsible for supporting not only base requirements, but the 1st Airborne Command and Control Squadron, that's 1st ACS. And it's the E4B, that's the National Airborne Operation Command, NOAC mission. The first CAT has the unique status of having the only age personnel in the Air Farce with authorization flying status. So they fly with the plane. That's the Doomsday plane. People make things so much bigger than they are. 9 technicians stand ready for an alert to fly with that a moment's notice. See, this you could all I did was this. This is not a secure. This is not anything. See, they talk about OPSEC and then they put this shit. It's on the internet. Like I just put in 55th MXS off, and then this camp comes up. I mean, whatever. But now it's all about. But when I was in college back in 2003. There's a retired master sergeant, Ed Haynes. I don't know if he's still at Bellevue University or not. But we'd have pretty open conversations about the future and how our interpretations based on our perception and how things were going. And the ways of people like what they said is going on in UK with boom, boom, boom and all that stuff. That ain't like the real warfare. It's all like how if you can just fuck people up electronically, and they want to go all electronically, and you know, it's just too easy to ruin people's lives by just, you know, and and the grid is not stable enough to be secure, so you know, that puts people a lot of risk. So these technicians have flown in support of the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense missions, Federal Emergency Management Agency missions, and presidential support missions. The team will maintain electrical generator sets and the air conditioning units, ensuring power and cooling is available. So basically, we run the air conditioner. That's what we do for the E-4 craft, for the presidential plane. Because you got to keep, it's not just for the personnel, you got to keep the aircraft's crucial components cool. So the flight line is not the only place you'll find the first cat giving assistance. I wasn't a part of the first cat. They were on the other side. The next paragraph, I'm going to read about what the support mission that I supported. The first cat is also responsible for base support. Some of their customers include security police, which tell me someone that did not get out of the military as a security police, that did not go into the fucking police force. That's why I'm like, dude, they all suck. Because of having to deal with the fucking security police, man. They're fucking little, they just. And then here, the state police dress like Nazis in New Mexico. Go look up the uniform. It's. I mean, I don't go out much because I get triggered a lot. Some of their customers include the security police providing. I'm almost done. Perimeter lighting or heating for the firing range and CE squadron. We're all asked to provide electrical power or heating or air conditioning units for temporary use during the building system failures. These type of support failures illustrates the high level of versatility of equipment. And finally, the first cat provides the ground support for Offutt's transit alert aircraft. Team members, members provide all necessary equipment for TA aircraft. TA, that's where you could like pay $20 and go fly. Like Offutt had the flight line, but it had its own little airport. And then you could like fly anywhere for like hella cheap, unless somebody that outranked you wanted to take it. Like you could go anywhere, like it was hella cheap. But like if somebody that outranked you, and I was so anybody outranked me. So I was Airman Basic Slick Sleeve for years. So because of another story, but that's TA. So the 3845th Cat, that's where I work. CAT straddles the operation of both 38th and 45th Reconnaissance Squadron, supporting operations like the Rivet Joint, Cobalt missions, and Open Skies. A mission providing global reconnaissance. Fucking, we eavesdrop on everybody. What a fancy way of fucking saying that shit. Keeps and we were hot and heavy right when everybody started getting cell phones, and then they get to determine who's a terrorist because of the Patriot Act. I just see how this unfolded, and it's just like it happened right in front of me. And then I started talking about it, and of course I get ostracized because, you know, lazy people like collecting a paycheck, and that's what the majority of these dudes were. They hated me like the total slackers. I'd be so hot and like just freaking busting my ass, and you see these guys, just the same ones, always just sitting around, and I'd go up and I'd like, hey, I hope you don't go home and tell your family how hard you worked, you know, because not only you would you be lazy, then that'd make you a liar too. And you know, I just call it as I see it. That's all. Freaking the sit around crew. I still see them everywhere. So yeah, we just have been that's it. We just have been taking everybody's taxes so we could eavesdrop on them and throw them in jail to freaking pay ourselves to keep them in case. Like, this country is ridiculous. When's it gonna stop? What are we gonna do to make it stop? Make this crazy raid stop. Open Skies, a mission providing global reconnaissance, keeps the people of this section on the move. Last year alone, the men and women of the 3845th Cat supported high-profile exercises like the Joint Expeditionary Force Experiment, JEFX. People, 99, the second largest air exercise. That I had to go through that. I died in those exercises. I had to go to the morgue. They put a toe tag on me. It was surreal. Thank goodness they didn't do the whole thing and freaking stick body tag up in my teeth, like that's what they're for. Others include all services, combat identification evaluation team, AXIAT, 38 RS weapons training school, green flag and red flag. The 38 45th CAT stands ready to support all missions at any given time. But all of this is demanding support. Wouldn't be possible without the trained personnel, and that's the whole purpose of the flight's training section. Because of the influx of 3-level airmen and the constant deployment to our qualified trainers to the flight established and in-house training selection. I'm getting bored. If you ask any, I'll just read the last paragraph, the last line. If you ask any age technician in one word in defining their career field, they'll probably say dinosaur, which translates to danger is no stranger to an age ranger. However, it will be the 55th MXS age repairman who will shoot the loudest from around the globe. No shooting. The only thing I shoot with is a camera these days. Signifying the high degree of pride. Pride is a sin. Leadership is falling away. I'm trying to bring it back. And teamwork. Trying to bring that back too. We bring to the fighting 5th and 5th Wing World's Wide Mission. I got 2 other things I want to say about that. This is one of the awards that I won. So, Senior Airman Margaret Hessek, 55th Maintenance Squadron, Airman of the Quarter, April to June 2005. So, out of the Maintenance Squadron. Then, that same quarter. It's funny, because the higher the tier, the smaller award, but the heavier they get. Oh. Then that same time I got this one. Not everybody got these. You have to be an exceptional person to achieve things like this. And it would nothing to walk away because it's all bullshit. It's all so these people can make money. This one's a little bit bigger. This was higher. This one says Senior Airman Margaret Hessek, Airman of the Quarter, 55th Maintenance Group. My dad went up to my commander and said, how many people are in the maintenance group? April, June 2005. And my commander looked down at him because he's bigger than my dad. He said about 1,700. And my dad was just like, whoa. He's never said that he was proud of me, and I've never given a shit. Because I only respect the people, I only respect the opinions of people that do respectable things, because I have done respectable things. And so I see how hard I work to do things like this, only to see what this nation has turned into. It turns my stomach. So yeah, I get triggered when I go out. So I don't go out. I don't go out much. I don't got any reason to. You know? Hi Peter, how are ya? Stop by my show, respects for okay. Mama, I got for so what happened? Short and sweet by Marge. What happened? Well, anyway. So I'm trying to find people that have done some shit because I've done some shit. See, something Mom taught me a long time ago is, Marge, people see things in you that they don't like about themselves. You are a mirror to them. And I thought I was ugly because of the way that people would look at me. what's wrong with you? I'm psychic intuitive. I pick up on things, and then I say things, and people are like, how does this fucking kid know this shit? I've been like this my whole life. Huh, Mom? I get it from you. I got the ability of fucking telekinesis. I've been playing around with it more. I'm gonna go get some magnets and stuff and see what I can do with my imagination. I'm gonna keep my amber in my pocket because people have ill will intentions towards me. So these are my little. This I found it on the floor. I'm like, how did it get to where it was? It always comes back to me. I think it was in my, because I leave ever since I was a kid. I always got left rocks in my pockets, huh? Bottle caps, stuff like that. I find treasures. Because I don't need the same fucking bullshit treasures that other people do. You know, people find value in the most bizarre thing. And right when I was starting this talk, the Gorillas Inc. Feel Good Inc. came on. And it makes me think of this young man, this man. Well, I guess he's older than me. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay, bud. So I've been praying for this man because his body has been overtaken by sickness and he collaborates. And I don't know if I should say his name or not. So, but I just know for your godmother, I've been praying. Me and Mom been praying for him and stuff like that because you know I thank him for his service. Because that's the true service is when you gotta let go of this life to go off into the next. And it sucks to miss things that you love. It sucks. But I got a whole lifetime of practice, and you don't have to let it ruin you, and you don't have to let it break you. Maybe one day I'm gonna find some healing, and I won't have to be so triggered so much. You know? Until then, I just stay home. Because I'm such a smartass, you know, when people are so fucking crazy. I don't want to lose my life and get shot because I'm fucking mouthing off to somebody and people are already that unhinged, you know. And it's not living in fear, it's just knowing the astrology. I mean, shit, dude. It's what this weekend they're celebrating and paying homage to the sin of sloth. So how many people, you know, all across freaking America are didn't do much this summer, you know, because they went on all these vacations, you know, because they don't work that hard throughout the year, because nobody's vigilant enough to recognize their coworker has passed away at their desk for days. Or nobody thinks to, you know, like no police, like nothing. My fairy godmother, when I told her the story, she actually had an account of something that like that happened back in the olden days when people actually gave a shit about other human beings before all the demons took over, evidently. The narcissistic demons, because people use their free will to just freaking ignore. And if you look at anybody else like it's going to protect you from a life of pain, but caring is pain. If you love stuff, if your heart is open, it hurts, but then you fill that with other things to love and other projects to keep you going. But how many people have just stopped and given up? And it reflects all across the land. And she was a manager in her corporate era. And she actually had an employee that didn't show up, and it was not normal behavior. So she by 10 o'clock she was following up, and they did a safety. This was like years ago. Probably I don't know. I didn't get the year. I should have. Maybe 90s, 2000. I don't know. It's hard to. Anyway. And she did, in fact, turn out to have passed away, you know. But that's because people care. It's people care. So I found somebody for the little cat tree to go to. I'm stoked about that. Because I don't really have room for it. And somebody put out on Free Cycle here in Taos the call for she was fostering a cat and then decided to keep it, the kitten, and so she put a call out for a kitty post. And then I was gonna surprise her, but sometimes I get so excited. I tell people what I'm gonna do because I get so excited about shit. Oh my God. But see, that's the thing about the 50. It's like we're supposed to be the best of the best of the best of the world, and I saw the most slacker shit. So I knew back in 2000 that there wasn't really fucking hope for people. I mean, I could start seeing the trajectory because in class, and Ed had said, "Hey, drink some water." In Ed Haynes' class, we would talk about like the next era and like AI and all that stuff and. Or intelligence, or all of it, you know, and it's not, I mean, there's, and people have chosen the way of the ego, so now all of us just get to kind of go along with the collective wave of bullshit until things, you know. I go out in the evening, I've gone out a couple of times, and it's entirely different vibe, so I only go out in the mornings. But the chick, and then and so the chick's gonna come pick the stuff up tomorrow on her way down to. She's gonna like pass right by where I live. To go. Anyway, so I don't know. Things are pretty okay. 1 second at a time. Sometimes, huh, Mom? Because I get so much chi, so much life force energy. Because I do things to keep my body balanced and my chakras, you know, balanced and open and stuff like that. And except, you know, my scoliosis makes it kind of hard, but I got to work harder. I always had to work harder just to do what seemingly other people had no effort to do. It sucks. But now, then I stopped caring about 41, 42. I was just like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't, you know, like nobody ain't never done me no such a big favor that I need to modify my behavior. Like, I guess that's when because I pretty much lived unmasked. Like I mean, I was out when Don't Ask, Don't Tell became obliterated. I got a call by somebody from security forces that I was being investigated for. It was a freaking girl I had dated who did hair. She still does hair. She would go to her clients' houses and hang out. She told me about how one of her clients was an SP. So as soon as I got this call, I was like, boom, boom, boom. I put it together, you know, trying to scare me. Just put your cop boys. It's all bullshit, man. That's what America is. I'm not sad that this country is dissolving, and like, I'm ready for the rebuild. I'm just gonna hang out and wait for all the freaking, you know, all the freaking, the cream of the crap to freaking clear away, and, you know, go through the processes of the endings of the chapters in which happening in my own life. And being present, because that's where the gift is, and that's where God is doing the right thing in the thong. In the I got a flip flop. Doing the right thing in the present moment, and whenever I'm scared, I have to do something. I can't just lay there. I have to. So I got my little dumbbell, and then I'll do sets of that because I'm powerless of a lot of the situations that happen in my life, and. You know, sometimes I do want to go off and do things, but then I think about the world's out there and the people are out there, and then I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then I think about all the love that I have here, huh, Ma? Are you getting hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Should I have some avocado toast?
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
I thought I was buying salt and pepper refill. But I bought other salt and pepper grinders. I'm like, no wonder they're $15 a piece. Anyway, I'm about ready to wrap it up. I used all my juice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not ugly. No, I always thought I was pretty cute. Mom tells me every day, that smile, that smile. I couldn't believe that I was ugly if I wanted to. No, no.
You're really cute.
Live cut off when I came back.
Yeah.
That's where. What is the rocks called for protection from evil people? This is amber, like this is sap, tree sap. My fairy godmother got I see, I get them all, but now it's stuck in my head. Fairy princess. This is what she got me. And then it has, I think I washed it. This thing is like tens of thousands years old, and it has a fucking mosquito in it, and I put it through the fucking dryer. Jesus. And then the black stone, tourmaline, it starts with the T, Trom. So people are crazy because we're all frequency, and they're tuning, and everybody's all sensitive, and everybody that, that's what happened to me. I got these shots, and I started becoming more perceptive than I already was. I was always ESP Margie, and then I became extra sensitive, and then it's just like, I can't. I told a girl at the grocery store the other day, I said, I can't be around people. People are, I see people, I go out and I see, like, it's weird. Like, it's weird. The demon, it's weird. People are showing their true selves. And all these people that have all this face augmentation, these doctors all go to the same school. They graduate, they start their practice, they have the same techniques, they have but they're all, essentially, all these people have the same face in my mind. Because there's only so many shapes you can do with it, and then people don't like because if you don't like what you have, you are not ever going to accept what's inside, and you're always going to want to change the outside to make your insides feel better. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a boy. Thank God. But when I was a little girl, you had to go through psychotherapy, and you were screened to be able to allow, there's a lot of old dudes in dresses, but as if hey, whatever, people want to do, as long as you don't hurt nobody and it don't involve creepy shit, whatever, live and let live. And then people got carried away with their creepy stuff, so then it's just got out of hand. And so my train of thought just derailed. This song has derailed my train of thought so many times. I don't give a fuck about that. It's the rhythm. It just made my bloop. I don't even know what I was talking about, so people are tuning into frequencies, and then they're people are programmable. We're radios, we're computers. People are easy to manipulate. I'm easy to manipulate. I'm a total easy target. And I've seen the extent of what people will do to make either one person or a small group believe something, and it's the whole entertainment system. It's industry. It's football. It's all the sports. Today's like the opening day of college football, and it's just here we go in the cycle again. I think about Lincoln, the city of Lincoln, doubles in size on. It's like these stats are just ridiculous. What? It's ridiculous, but I just, Godspeed, and people are they drink too much, and they're losing their minds. And a lot of people are losing their minds because they're smoking flower and stuff like that, and you can't even trust stuff anymore because you got the evil people that want to cause harm, and they're putting blue shit and freaking it's just the spirit of the planet of this earth is broken, and people have to take time and see. Every individual has to look in themselves and see what am I doing to do this. And I talk shit, and I know I need to talk less shit. I know I need to learn, but you know, sometimes my mouth gets disconnected from my brain, and I just say things, and I can't. I'm not here to go around and think about, you know, what words I'm gonna say are gonna hurt my. I'm not gonna do. I'm not editing myself. So, fortunately, the world is not worth being out in right now, so that's a good thing. But are you getting hungry, Ma? Want a little avocado toast?
Oh, that sounds good.
On an onion bun?
Onion bun.
Onion bun? Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. I think I said everything I was going to say. I hope folks are chilling. Me and Mom laugh a lot, though. I mean, this is like just our little spaceship, you know? Might as well be a boat, you know? It doesn't matter. We could be on a boat for all we know. We're just, thank goodness, because I've got seasick before. I get motion sickness. I don't want to be on a boat. But, my braid's getting longer. I figure out how to braid it now. I just put it up and stuff. Isn't that cool?
Yes, it's great.
So I'm going to give the dogs a couple pieces of chicken I made especially for them. Anyway, that's what I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.